things, of course. And also they are trying to see how they are doing and everything.
What's going on, y'all?
What is up? We are back today with you guys, and we got a super fun topic.
Oh, what we got from today?
Okay, so actually, shout out to one of our subscribers. She asked if we can do a video on how Jehovah's Witnesses con their worldly friend into coming into the religion. So shout out to Miss Estrella.
This is like right on the spot. We just seen this comment when we was about to do some content for something else. And we're like, hold on, this is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good topic. So shout out to you.
Yeah.
And let's get into it.
All right.
All right. So the first thing that you have to understand about Jehovah's Witnesses is the root teachings of everything.
Yeah.
So if you have somebody that you consider a friend and they are Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm sorry to break it to you, but they are not your friend.
They're not allowed to be your friend.
They're not allowed to be your friend. And we are going to show you guys multiple little paragraphs where the teaching shows you, like, okay, you are not allowed to have worldly friends. You are only supposed to have friends that are friends with not just God, but friends with Jehovah specifically, which we've talked about it in prior videos. Who is Jehovah?
Jehovah is the governing body.
Literally,
that's it.
It is the governing body. So they form everything and hide it under God and Jehovah, but really you are following the governing body's teachings. You're not following Jehovah's teachings, okay?
It all comes down. How would that make Jehovah feel? How would that make Jehovah look?
Yes.
That's the brand. So either if you have a friend that's a Jehovah's Witness, either they're not a real Jehovah's Witness or they're not really your friend.
Absolutely. If they're a real Jehovah's Witnesses, like truly following, all the teachings, I promise you they are not your friend. I promise.
They can't. Nope.
So let's show them where we find that at.
All right, let's look to the website. Greetings, friends. Welcome to the JW Fraudcast.
Cut. Your hat. You have to take your hat off.
Oh.
And take the ring off too. You don't want them to know we have money.
Yeah, I don't want them to know I do drugs. I'm a governing body member. Sheesh. Crap, this is live. Yeah, friends. Welcome to JW Fraudcast. Me and Brother Smith here. We will be teaching you how to make good friends as Jehovah's Witnesses. We will be showing you our latest article that we're releasing at this convention called Choose, what is it called?
Choose friends who love God.
Yes, because we definitely didn't make that up on the spot. This was definitely given to us by Jehovah God himself. Let's go and read the paragraph.
Okay, so this is going to be coming out of the How to Remain in God's Love book.
Yep.
And this is chapter 3, Choose Friends Who Love God. So if we go down to the third paragraph, the very last sentence in there, it says, friends who love God will encourage us to remain faithful to him. To help us choose our friends wisely, let's discuss what type of people Jehovah selects as his friends. So right off the bat, it's saying, let's discuss what kind of people Jehovah chooses us. So down in paragraph 4, it says, Jehovah, the sovereign of the universe, gives us the opportunity to be his friends. This is a great honor. Jehovah selects his friends carefully. He chooses those who love him and have faith in him. Think of Abraham. He was ready to do anything for God, over and over again. Abraham showed that he was faithful and obedient. He was even willing to sacrifice his son Isaac. Abraham had faith that God was able to raise him up even from the dead. Abraham was faithful and obedient, and Jehovah called him my friend. So boom, fifth paragraph. Jehovah views his friends as precious. His friends care more about being loyal to him than about anything else. That right there. that right
is
there.
wow.
Yes. They are loyal and obedient because they love him. So basically in here, we're just trying to show that if you're having a Jehovah's Witness as a friend, this is what they're taught.
Yeah.
They're taught that you have to be uber obedient to Jehovah to even be able to proceed and gain everlasting life and everything.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have any friends that are worldly and who don't have the same views that Jehovah's Witnesses have.
Yeah.
And it's literally proven down here in paragraph 7. It says, why should we make sure that our friends are Jehovah's friends? Jehovah's friends are faithful, loyal, and obedient, and they love his son. Do we choose the same kind of friends that Jehovah does? If your friends imitate Jesus and are busy teaching others about God's kingdom, they can help you to be a better person and to remain loyal to Jehovah. Right there it says it. If they're busy teaching others about God's kingdom, that's how they imitate Jesus. That's how they gain everlasting life. That's how they become Jehovah's friend.
So think of that. If you are not a Jehovah's Witness and your friend is, they're being taught. If they are not going door to door talking about what we talking about, this person is not acceptable at all.
And on the flip side, this is how they con people into the religion, because if you're friends with a Jehovah's Witness, you're considering them to be your friend. But in their head, all they're trying to do is imitate Jesus and pull you in, because then that is showing that they're being obedient to God.
Right.
So whenever they bring up all the talk about religion and bring up anytime you go to them and you're like, hey, I'm having a really rough day, whatever. Oh, well, the Bible shows us about better times where we're going to be happy. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
Can I give you some comfort?
It's never just a genuine conversation without the religion being tied into it, because they are brainwashed into, in order for me and you to be cool, same with family.
Yeah.
I have to drag you into this.
I have to at least try to be studying with you, because in their head, it's like a guilt thing.
Yeah.
So they already feel guilty about associating with you and talking to
facts.
you. But if they can switch it over and make it service time.
Yeah. It's
now
religion
we're doing
related
something.
now.
Yeah.
Now Jehovah, the governing body, makes this acceptable, because I'm at least trying to recruit you as I'm taught to do.
Absolutely. And something about Jehovah's Witnesses is, like, everybody knows a Jehovah's Witness. Everybody's either has them in like their little circle or is family with them. And everybody says the same thing. Jehovah's Witnesses are good people. They're nice people. That's not a lie. They are nice to your face. Like
it's not real nice. It's fake nice.
Yes, but they're not genuine. Like, for somebody to have, if anybody learns anything else about cults, a lot of cults have similar personalities. You know what I mean? Where they carry this, it's group thinking. So like they all carry similar personalities. So with Jehovah's Witnesses specifically, they're taught to always be nice. They're taught to always show like a happy face and everything. So they're not going to be mean to you for no reason. They are kind of open, and they feel like you have open communication with them. And meeting somebody like that, of course, it's easy to assume like, oh, this is a good person, and I could really see myself being friends with them.
But it's a requirement.
Yes.
You have to be, in order to be a Jehovah's Witnesses, you are given the script. You have to act like this or you get in trouble.
Right. And on an individual basis, like, I don't believe that Jehovah's Witnesses individually are bad people. You know what I mean? I do think that they try to be good people, but the problem is they are under this religion and they are taught certain things, and they don't even recognize that they don't have any individual thoughts. Like,
no, because you're not able to be yourself. You come in it as you, and they strip away your personality. Like, oh, you can't have this. Or it's pretty much like, these are the guidelines.
Absolutely.
And if you have anything that doesn't go with these guidelines, all right, we're gonna take you like the pursue this career. No, can't have that.
Don't do that.
You like to hang with family. No, even I'm a family man. Not no more. We're taking that away. What else you like? Oh, I like to perform. And sing in front of crowds. Nope, not doing that no more. So now
you don't want to be a part of the world. You know, you're dealing with a lot of people who are around alcohol, and you're around all these people who don't believe in Jehovah. So stop singing in front of people. Like, that's just the reality of Jehovah's Witnesses. And every time somebody on the outside tries to have an opinion about Jehovah's Witnesses, you can't even trust it completely, because all you're looking at is from the outside looking in. You don't
Right.
know what's going on within the religion.
No, you don't know what's going on at the heart or like these conversations we have. We understand it talking to other witnesses because we've been there.
Yes.
But people on the outside, like, they scratching their head. They're like, worldly? What's a worldly?
Like, what's a worldly person?
What's that mean?
What do you mean disfellowshipping? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, they don't know because it's so, and we're going to make a video on this, but it is so greatly covered and hidden within jw.org and stuff. Like, they do a really good job of saving their butts.
Yeah, they put things to where even like magazines that we would read or articles we got versus what we give to the public.
Totally different.
It's painted completely different. You know, even like how we cover careers. They say, you know, we want people to become educated, but no. At the hall, college, no, you don't need to go to college. That's bad.
Yes.
But you're not going to tell that to somebody at the door. No, we don't want people going to college because then that reduces the chances of recruiting this person.
Yep. It's a perfect example of like culture versus what's on jw.org, you know?
What's in writing, because they know they can get in trouble for certain things
that they put in writing.
Yep.
Yes, that is so true.
It is.
And I even have a personal experience of like, I was a Jehovah's Witness since I was a kid, but I got baptized at 16. So at that point, I'm in high school, and I remember being in high school, and I had this friend in high school, and we were in like a lot of similar classes. And at that time, I was like, oh, I really like this girl. Like, I considered us friends, even though I was supposed to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
Years down the line, we're at one of our other friends' baby showers, and she asked me about if I was still like a witness or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm like done with that religion, you know, whatever. And she was like, oh, thank goodness, because I felt like I couldn't tell you anything in high school because I just always felt like you were just so good, and I didn't want to tell you anything. And I thought that she was really just like a goody two-shoes. Meanwhile, she had all this stuff that she didn't want to tell me simply because I was Jehovah's Witness. And that judgment, people can sense that energy. You know what I mean?
Can.
And I carried that energy without even like consciously knowing, you know? But I carried it. I had to, because that's how I made her feel.
Yeah, and witnesses are taught that we are very humble people. They are far from humble. They are nowhere near humble. Even with things, the comments they make, like, you know, if you're not a witness and it's like, I want to pray for you.
Pray for me.
Pray for me. Yo, they always say, people who ain't witnesses, their prayers ain't gonna hit the ceilings.
That's what
they
they
don't
say.
understand. That is a very arrogant thing to say, to where somebody going through a hard time, their prayers don't work unless they are praying to God for some type of guidance, and then witnesses pop out the door. Now all of a sudden, your prayers work because you was asking Jehovah for us to come help you.
Yes, and they tell stories like that all the time. You agree, good though?
Yep.
He's back there agreeing.
And you can see his tail.
So just like how you said, like their prayers won't hit the ceiling, Jehovah's like normal people will ask for people to pray for their family or something whenever they're going through rough times. And they do it because, I don't know, they feel like, you know, the more energy is surrounded one thing, then it'll be a better outcome. But when Jehovah's Witnesses say, oh, I'm going to pray for you, they say it in an arrogant way, as in like, my prayer is going to work better than yours.
Yeah, that is facts.
Because I know the true God, okay?
Yup, we have the true religions. Jehovah's Witnesses feel they have the attitude of I'm better than you. They may not admit it off the gate because no, we're humble. But if they didn't feel that way, they wouldn't be trying to come recruit people because, we all believe in the same God. So your prayers and your way of living and your beliefs should be acceptable. But the fact that I need to strip yours away and teach you, matter of fact, I need to re-baptize you.
Right.
Like your baptism, if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, your baptism don't count. You got to get baptized again as a Jehovah's Witness and get a brand new Bible. You start off and you get to study with your King James, but after a while they're going to swap that out. Half the time you're not even studying the actual Bible, you're studying a publication that they came up with. Absolutely. And it's the whole attitude of everything we have is right and you wrong. And
everything that we have is better.
Yeah, we're better than you.
Because we have the true religion. And I know Jehovah's Witnesses are not the only religion that like kind of carry the same attitude, because I just had a conversation with somebody who was like a Christian or whatever, and he was saying similar things like, you know, we have exclusive access to yada yada. And I asked him a very simple question. I said, like, the children on the earth, are they all children of God? is that what your Bible teaches? And he's like, yeah, like God made them all. I'm like, okay, so if that's the truth, then you don't have exclusive access. Anybody can have access to that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of religions like that just carry that kind of energy.
Yes. Oh, that's the whole thing about divine conquer. Everybody don't even realize they are talking about the same stuff from a different point of view.
Yes.
That's
and it's the division, because even within the Jehovah's Witness religion, like, if they divide within the congregation and within people who do believe in this God, then you being on the outside and not serving this God, you're definitely like nowhere near their friend, they're nothing.
No.
Like, you're not supposed to be in their circle because they are exclusive. Okay?
They are. They better than you. And once you get inside the congregation, there's certain people that's better depending on what title you got, depending on how often you in service, how often. Think about this. Raising your hand to say something that's in this magazine that somebody in New York wrote, that defines your so-called spirituality in this religion.
As better than somebody else.
Yep, makes you better. I raised my hand, I comment 3 times, you didn't comment all month. I'm better than you. Matter of fact, you might even get counseled because you didn't raise your hand enough.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's a thing. It sounds so crazy talking about it, but we know what it is.
Yep. Now, moving forward, before we wrap this one up, we're going to give y'all a taste of what's coming in part 2. Like we mentioned, there's how they view people outside the congregation when they come to friends, and then within the congregation. So let's just look at the next subheading, how to choose our friends. And we'll start with just paragraph 12. In the congregation, we can learn from our brothers and sisters and help one another to stay faithful. But even in the congregation, we need to be careful about whom we choose to be our close friends. We just gonna stop it right there, just to let y'all know what's coming. Yeah. All right, so much you would think just by how this video started off. Like, all right, so in order to be in, for us to still be friends, I just got to be a Jehovah's Witness, because all the other stuff you said just said, you know, I just got to go and preach the kingdom door to door, and now I'm officially, you know, okay in Jehovah's eyes. But now it's like, now that you are locked into the contract, see, this is the thing. This is an article you learn, you know, on the Sunday meetings. Yeah, like this is something you learn here once you actually get in the door and become a Jehovah's Witness. But at your door, we're not going to say as witnesses, you know, even though once you come to our meetings, we still going to be a little iffy on you, even if you become one of us.
Right, exactly. That's the point right there. Like, you don't learn, you are so spoon-fed information at the beginning. It's like giving a baby small things, small little spoons of food. Then all of a sudden, once you get in, here's like the steak. Here's like the main parts of like this religion. And that's when it's so difficult. That's why whenever it's like an outsider looking in, you don't truly know the ins and outs of what goes on and why people call it a cult.
And it's purposely set up this way once you are baptized, and that's when you learn about, you know, oh, you can get in trouble and go through this judicial meeting. Like, judicial, y'all didn't teach me about none of that in my Bible study at my house. Like, whoa, what's this? And this, you locked into this contract now. Yeah, but stay tuned for part 2, because we're going to go into detail about how grimy it is with the friendships, so-called friendships, inside the congregations.
Yep, and how you're indoctrinated to think that way.
Yep.
So we will see you in the next one, and you gotta ask me what I gotta do.
What you gotta do?
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget. And don't forget about our new Instagram. Hit us up on there, Awaken Truths IG. Hit us up. Y'all got ideas, stuff y'all want to hear about. Just drop it in there, and we'll catch y'all on part 2. Make sure y'all watch it.
Yep.
Peace.
Good fella.